watching TSN, the sports network.
Molson Cooper presents the 1991 Memorial Cup. Tonight, the tournament finals, Drummondville and Spokane, live from the Colisée in Quebec City. The Memorial Cup is brought to you by Molson Canadian, what beer's all about. By Cooper Canada, official equipment supplier to the CHL and proud co-sponsor of the Memorial Cup. And in part by Shell, maker of the performance gasoline, Formula Shell.
Okay, stay with me here. This is a tire. This is a tune-up. Your Goodyear certified auto service retailer does both, and very well, I might add. So, if you say tire, he'll show you one of these. If you say tune-up, he'll hook your car up to this. Whatever this is. But don't worry, he knows what it is, and isn't that the important thing here?
From tune-ups to tires, Goodyear takes you home.
I take you home, but, I'm getting a tune-up and a tire.
Big boys love their toys. That's why there's the Chevy half-ton short box extended cab. More room than Ford for the boys. More payload for the toys. And big boys can still put their toys away at night.
Today's truck is Chevrolet.
There's one thing that makes a person attractive. It's not their hair, their face, or their clothes. It's their attitude. Molson Canadian. What beer's all about.
Now, son,
yes, Dad.
You gotta work to get into fighting ring.
Right, Dad.
You got the old standbys, the screen door dash or the front gate pumps.
Yes, Dad.
But this, oh, Henry, it'll get him every time. Watch, boy. Watch and learn.
Twizzlers make me very happy. I love the way they taste so chewy. So happy and oh so juicy.
Twizzlers makes your mouth so very happy.
No matter what you gotta do, it's around the clock freshness that says to you, you've always got time for Tim Hortons.
Our coffee is always as fresh and delicious as everything else we make. So come on in and enjoy a cup of our own special blend.
You've always got time for Tim Hortons.
Fresh hot coffee.
Remember, arm down the shaft, heel the sticky waist, step back.
It's a part of life almost taken for granted. People know Canadian Tire will have the top brands and the low prices. When you think about it, Nobody addresses Canada's needs so completely as the more than 400 addresses of Canadian Tire, giving you the time to turn that raw talent into tomorrow's pro.
You know, son, the goalies are the real stars of this game.
We could seal the identity of this 91 Hyundai XL to find out what people thought it was worth.
It's great.
Fully loaded?
Handles well.
That's roomy.
Is it Japanese? I'd say about 16,000.
About 13 grand. At least 15,000.
13 something.
More car than you expect, or less than you think. The 1991 XL.
There's banking, and then there's Scotia Banking. We shop in the same stores you do. We know what a dollar buys and how hard it can be to make ends meet. We've got families to raise and taxes to pay, and we worry about nursing the car through another winter just like you. So when we talk to you about Scotia Bank services, we're not trying to sell you something you don't need. We're trying to help. Scotia Banking means believing in people and proving it every day.
It's one of the most technologically advanced, rigorously tested fluids on Earth. It is today's Quaker State. At Quaker State, we don't just say we're tough, we're tested tough. The big Q is one tough motor oil.
Butterball Turkey. Prepared meats from the deli. Lunchtime, party time, anytime. Butterball for today's active lifestyle. Ask for Butterball prepared meats now at your favorite deli. Any way you slice it. Butterball.
What you want, baby, we got it. What you need, you know we got it. All you really want is a little respect, just a little bit. Respect, just a little bit.
When you want to be treated like a somebody, come to Speedy Muffler King. At Speedy, you'll get a professional repair, a good price, and respect. And Speedy guarantees all three, including the respect.
R-E-S-P-E-C-T, that's what Speedy means to me.
Catch the action. Catch the excitement. Catch the Hawk. Good plan, Junior. Bruce Willis is Hudson Hawk.
Presenting dual-textured medicated pads from Clearasil. Featuring a smooth side and a rough side that help remove and prevent acne pimples. The rough side loosens oil and dirt to help unclog pores. The smooth, absorbent side soaks it up. Why settle for a single textured pad when there's a Clearasil double feature?
All right, they're superstars in action, Hillbilly.
That's right, Gene, right here on All American Wrestling.
See it throughout Canada, right here on TSN.
Watch for WWF Wrestling weekly on TSN.
It was born on the wrong side of the tracks, boxing. It was illegal to begin with. And it's probably been pronounced dead more times than Dracula, and it just keeps coming back and coming back.
But when you have no options, and you have that sort of desperation, hey, if I don't make it here, I'm going nowhere.
At its worst, it's a tough, brutal sport. At its best, it's a beautiful thing to see.
For the love of the game, Monday, 8:30 Eastern on TSN.
Gillette presents Sensor, the system, the technology that will change the way you shave forever. Sensor, twin blades set on springs to read your face and respond. Independent suspension to sense and adjust to every curve of your face. No other razor comes close. Gillette Sensor, for the best shave a man can get.
The Industrial Tool Division of Black & Decker presents the industry's best circular saw with the industry's best circular saw offer. This professional palm sander free with every saw cat. The all-new saw cat from Black & Decker. Finally, a cordless drill that just won't quit. The Black & Decker Univolt with more torque than its leading competitor and more than 100 watts out of power. Only one thing stops the Univolt. The industrial strength Black & Decker Univolt.
want to tell you about your rights. When you bring your General Motors car or truck into any independent body shop, it's your right to specify the make of replacement parts we install. Don't settle for imitation parts. Insist on quality GM bumpers, fenders, side panels, and moldings. Like the sign says, remember, GM parts are fit for your GM vehicle. Now you know your rights.
There are two kinds of people in the world. Those who want to know.
Harvey, these light delight dinners give us their cholesterol and fat levels.
And those who don't.
Delicious.
To those who want to know.
It's right here on the front,
Light Delight puts it out front.
where we can see them.
For those who don't want to know. Light Delight simply tastes better than ever. McCain Light Delight. The information's on the outside. The taste is on the inside.
People who think all motor oils are the same should have their heads examined. Just look at his head. See the sludge that can build up? The scoring on this piston. And this metal wearing away because someone didn't give their oil a second thought. Well, think about it. And switch to premium Valvoline all climate. Beats every car manufacturer's warranty specs. There's nothing rated higher than Valvoline. Nothing.
Only Sony brings you CD players so advanced they'll even play discs damaged by dust, static, scratches, or rover. Sony CD players for sound you can sink your teeth into.
Introducing the new standard of high performance, the Supreme Custom 3000 by Bauer.
Rock and roll is okay, but I prefer rap.
Awesome.
Wait a second. Shady Acres was supposed to get the Coke, and the frat house was supposed to get the Pepsi.
Coke, Pepsi, what's the difference?
I-24.
Pepsi, it's got what it takes.
This is radical.
In the game of hockey, as in life, success comes when solid offense is balanced by superior defense. That's why Transamerica Life offers Canadians a solid lineup of investment products, balanced by innovative, affordable life insurance. For over 60 years, Canadians have counted on Transamerica Life for balance. Call your Transamerica representative for all the financial security you need. Transamerica Life sponsors the major Junior A Hockey Plus Minus Awards.
Presenting Surviving the Munchies, a teenager's guide. Number 1, know the munchies, a hunger that hits below the belt. Number 2, know that number 1 can't be sweet talked by chocolate or candy, whipped by licorice, crumbled by cookies, and sorry kids, mom's cake just won't cut it. No, the only way to crunch the munchies is with a fresh, crisp Hostess potato chip. 'Cause when you go down munchies, nothing else will do.
Hostess potato chips.
And remember, be careful out there.
When you find something in life that works as well or lasts as long as a John Deere lawn and garden tractor, buy it.
Next presenter is Michael Carlson.
So much to me from the moment I saw you. I knew we'd always be friends. Dad, I love you.
This is for my dad. Dad, I've loved you from the first moment I saw you. And I got the pictures to prove it.
That's photography.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to TSN Control. Game 3 of the Stanley Cup Final is just underway in Bloomington. No score so far between the North Stars and Pittsburgh Penguins. The best-of-7 series is tied up at 1 going into tonight's game. And the Toronto Blue Jays wrapped up their 3-game series in Chicago this afternoon against the White Sox. Todd Stottlemyre has gotten off to a tremendous start this season. Going into today's game, he was 5-0 with a 2.93 ERA. So Cito Gaston and the Jays were hoping to take 2 out of 3 from Chicago. Toronto led 3-1 after 2, but in the third, Matt Marullo fists one. Manny Gonzalez bare hands up throws low to first. Lance Johnson scores. John Olerud's throw home is wild. So that allows Frank Thomas to score. An ugly play by the Jays. That ties it up at 3. Top of the 5th, Olerud makes up for his errant throw. He crushes one deep to right. That is home run number 5 for Olerud, and the Jays go ahead 4-3. Mark Whitten, the next batter. Jack McDowell throws behind him. Whitten takes exception. He decks him. So then the bench is clear, and the fight is on. McDowell ended up with a bad welt around the left eye. He had to leave the game, and Whitten was ejected. So once they got it sorted out, Todd Stottlemyre throws some chin music to big Frank Thomas, but he does keep his cool.
See, now here comes Torborg because it really...
Later on in the inning, Marullo lines a single to right. Robin Ventura tries to score. Kenny Williams throws home, and Ventura bowls over Borders. So they pick him up and dust him off. He's okay. Some old-time baseball at New Comiskey Park, and Chicago edges the Jays by a score of 5-4 with homer number 5 on the year for John Olerud. And Bobby Thigpen came up with his 8th save. Now on to Arlington, Texas. The Rangers hosting Boston. Top of the 2nd now. Mike Marshall is at second base when Luis Rivera hooks one to the left field corner. So Marshall comes around to score, and Boston led 3-0 after 1.5. But Texas stormed back. Mike Stanley leads off the bottom of the 2nd with a solo shot to left. And this one puts Texas on the board. Next batter up, Steve Buechele. He cranks one to left. Back-to-back homers for Texas. And this one ties the score up at 3 after 2. In the 3rd inning, Boston falls apart. Tom Bernansky plays this fly ball like a designated hitter. Bernansky's blunder opens the floodgates to a 11-4 win for Texas. Homers for Mike Stanley, Steve Buechele, and Julio Franco. And this one went into 13 innings, but the Expos won it by a score of 5-4.
In trying to make an artistic statement, one should be careful not to let one's personal aroma do the talking. In order not to offend the critics, I recommend Right Guard Sport, the stick that provides maximum protection and the freshest scents, a sublime palette of odoriferous emanations. After all, a true artiste should be remembered for his inspiration, not his perspiration odor. Right Guard Sport. Anything less would be uncivilized.
You always hurt the one you love.
People have a love-hate relationship with their cars. They love them, but they don't always treat them right. And like all Subarus, the new Legacy Turbo was built to take a lot of loving, which is one very good reason the automobile journalists voted Subaru Family Sedan of the Year again.
Fruit, cause the king bee gets the honey.
All right, don't miss the great action on Canadian sport fishing each week on TSN, the sports network.
Headaches. I know headaches. The worst headaches. You talk to your brother and 10 different guys talk back. So I use Anacin. It's not complicated. Anacin has just the amount of medicine I want. Not too much, not too little. And as I said, Anacin works on even my worst headaches.
Well, I like that, Pilgrim.
People who think all motor oils are the same should have their heads examined. Just look at his head. See the sludge that can build up? The scoring on this piston. And this metal wearing away because someone didn't give their oil a second thought. Well, think about it. And switch to premium Valvoline all climate. Beats every car manufacturer's warranty specs. There's nothing rated higher than Valvoline. Nothing.
When you're busy being a mom and chauffeur, the last thing you're thinking about is your brakes, right? But if something told you they weren't right, would you know where to go? You don't want to trust them to just anybody. So you go to Midas. Free 49-point brake inspection, trained experts, written estimate, the famous Midas guarantee. And nice people.
Morning, Murray.
That really look after you. When it comes to brakes, nobody tops the Top Guns. Nobody.
For 5 straight years, the full-size pickup from GMC Truck has retained more of its original value than any other in Canada. That's why the popularity of the Sierra is growing faster than any other full-size pickup. And we intend to keep it that way in '91 with the new Sierras. The 1991 Sierra full-size pickup from GMC Truck.
Are you treating your baby right?
Armor All protected every time you wash your car.
The Industrial Tool Division of Black & Decker presents the industry's best circular saw with the industry's best circular saw offer. This professional palm sander free with every saw cat. The all-new saw cat from Black & Decker. Finally, a cordless drill that just won't quit. The Black & Decker Univolt, with more torque than its leading competitor and more than 100 watts out of power. Only one thing stops the Univolt. The industrial strength Black & Decker Univolt.
There are differing opinions on what it means to be Canadian. But the classic definition is as follows. To be Canadian, you must be clean, cold, and crisp. Because this is what beer's all about.